Morning, afternoon, everyone. Imagine standing shoulder to shoulder with a team that believes in each other so deeply that every challenge feels conquerable, every setback becomes a lesson, and every success is a shared celebration. That's the power of trust. Today, we're diving into a topic that lies at the very heart of every great achievement: building trust in teams. Inspired by the profound wisdom of Simon Sinek, I want to take you on a journey, one that reveals how trust is not just a feeling but a practice. It's the foundation that transforms a group of individuals into a cohesive, unstoppable force. So let me ask you this: when was the last time you felt completely safe and supported in your team? If the answer doesn't come easily, don't worry. At the end of this talk, you'll not only understand the essence of trust, but also learn practical steps to cultivate it, one connection at a time. Together, let's discover how trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, whether personal or professional, and it is especially critical within a team. It is not something that happens overnight or is automatically granted because of someone's position, title, or authority. Instead, trust must be earned, nurtured, and continually reinforced through deliberate actions, behaviors, and attitudes. The misconception that trust can be demanded or assumed based on status often leads to disconnection within teams, eroding collaboration, creativity, and productivity. Earning trust starts with consistency. People naturally observe patterns in others' behavior, looking for reliability and predictability. When someone consistently follows through on commitments, communicates openly, and demonstrates accountability, they build a track record that inspires confidence. Cultivate. Consistency sends a powerful message. You can count on me. It assures team members that their colleague or leader will not waver under pressure, compromise their integrity, or suddenly change their approach without explanation. However, consistency alone is not enough. Trust also requires vulnerability. This may seem counterintuitive, as vulnerability is often associated with weakness, but in reality, it is one of the most courageous acts a person can display. Being vulnerable means being honest about challenges, admitting mistakes, and acknowledging that no one has all the answers. It humanizes leaders and team members alike, creating an environment where everyone feels empowered to bring their authentic selves to the table. When a leader, for example, admits they don't know something or shares a personal struggle, it breaks down barriers and fosters a sense of shared humanity. Its openness encourages others to do the same, creating a culture where people are unafraid to seek help, share innovative ideas, or point out potential flaws in a plan. Vulnerability shows that trust is a two-way street, for both giving and receiving trust are essential to mutual success. Another critical element in building trust is genuine care. This goes beyond superficial interactions or perfunctory politeness. Genuine care is demonstrated when individuals show an active interest in each other's well-being, both professionally and personally. It manifests in small but meaningful gestures, checking in on a colleague who seems stressed, celebrating someone's accomplishments, or simply listening attentively when they speak. These acts of care signal that each person is valued not just for their output or role, but as a human being. Genuine care also involves empathy, putting oneself in another's shoes to understand their perspective, challenges, and emotions. When team members feel truly seen and understood, it builds a sense of belonging and psychological safety. They are more likely to collaborate openly, share constructive feedback, and contribute their best work. Without empathy, interactions can feel transactional, which undermines trust and stifles the deeper connections that drive team cohesion. Building trust through consistency, vulnerability, and genuine care requires intentionality and effort. It is not a passive process, but an ongoing commitment to show up authentically, deliver on promises, and prioritize relationships. Trust is dynamic and must be continually reinforced through actions that align with words. A single instance of broken trust can undo weeks, months, or even years of positive interactions, which is why trust building demands vigilance and integrity. In a team setting, leaders play a pivotal role in setting the tone for trust. By modeling consistent, vulnerable, and caring behavior, they create a ripple effect that influences the entire team. For instance, if a leader consistently takes responsibility for their own mistakes, it encourages team members to do the same. If a leader actively listens to concerns without dismissing them, It signals that every voice matters, which builds trust and fosters open communication. At the same time, trust is not the sole responsibility of leaders. Every team member contributes to the collective trust within the group. Whether it's meeting deadlines, being honest about workload capacity, or offering support to a struggling colleague, each person has the power to strengthen or weaken the bonds of trust. It's a shared responsibility that requires everyone to commit to the principles of consistency, vulnerability, and genuine care. The absence of trust can have devastating effects on a team. It creates an environment where people are hesitant to speak up, collaborate, or take risks. Misunderstandings and conflicts fester because individuals are reluctant to address them directly. In such a setting, team members may focus on self-preservation rather than collective success, leading to a breakdown in communication, innovation, and morale. The antidote to this dysfunction lies in cultivating trust as a core value and practice. When trust is present, teams experience a profound transformation. Relationships become more meaningful, collaboration flows effortlessly, and individuals feel empowered to contribute their unique strengths. Teams that trust each other are better equipped to navigate challenges, adapt to change, and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Trust is not just a feel-good concept. It is a strategic advantage that drives long-term success. Earning trust is not about perfection. It's about showing up consistently with authenticity and a genuine commitment to others. Mistakes will happen, but when they are addressed with humility and transparency, they can actually strengthen trust rather than diminish it. This requires a mindset shift, viewing mistakes not as failures, but as opportunities to demonstrate accountability and resilience. Teams thrive when every member feels safe to share ideas, take risks, and make mistakes without fear of judgment. This principle is fundamental to creating an environment where individuals can unleash their full potential and contribute meaningfully to a shared vision. However, fostering such a culture requires intentional effort, as it challenges deeply ingrained fears and social dynamics that often discourage openness and vulnerability within groups. The sense of safety within a team is referred to as psychological safety, a term that captures the idea of being able to express oneself without fear of negative consequences. In environments where psychological safety is high, team members feel confident voicing their thoughts, asking questions, and admitting errors without worrying about being ridiculed or punished. This kind of safety is essential for innovation, collaboration, and growth, because it allows people to operate from a place of curiosity and creativity rather than defensiveness or self-preservation. For a team to thrive, its members must believe that their contributions matter and that they will be respected regardless of the outcome. Sharing ideas, especially unconventional or untested ones, often involves taking risks. In a supportive environment, these risks are seen as valuable attempts to advance the team's goals, even if they do not lead to immediate success. Conversely, in environments where judgment and criticism are the default responses, individuals are likely to hold back, depriving the team of diverse perspectives and innovative solutions. The fear of judgment is a powerful barrier to team success. It stems from the human desire to belong and avoid rejection. When individuals sense that their contributions might be met with ridicule, dismissal, or harsh criticism, they instinctively withdraw to protect their sense of self-worth. Note: this withdrawal leads to a culture of silence where only the most confident voices are heard, while others remain unheard despite potentially valuable insights. Such an environment stifles creativity and breeds conformity, limiting the team's ability to adapt and excel. A thriving team actively works to counteract this fear by normalizing openness and celebrating diverse viewpoints. Leaders play a pivotal role in setting the tone for this culture. By encouraging questions, welcoming differing opinions, and refraining from punitive responses to mistakes, they signal to the team that it is safe to engage fully. For instance, when a team member proposes an idea, even if it seems impractical at first, leaders can respond with curiosity rather than dismissal. Asking questions like, what inspired this idea? Or how might we build on this concept? Helps create a space where everyone feels valued and heard. Mistakes are another critical area where psychological safety comes into play. In high-performing teams, mistakes are viewed as opportunities for learning and improvement rather than sources of blame. When a team member makes an error, the focus shifts from assigning fault to understanding what went wrong and how the team can collectively address it. This approach not only reduces fear, but also fosters a growth mindset, where individuals feel empowered to take calculated risks and push boundaries. Creating an environment where it is safe to make mistakes requires leaders and team members alike to model humility and vulnerability. A leader who openly acknowledges their own mistakes demonstrates that imperfection is a natural part of the human experience. This act of vulnerability encourages others to follow suit, fostering a culture where transparency and honesty are valued over perfection. In such an environment, mistakes are not seen as personal failures, but as shared challenges that the team can navigate together. Team members also play a crucial role in maintaining psychological safety. The way individuals respond to each other's contributions can either reinforce or undermine the sense of safety within the group. For example, when someone shares an idea, others can show support by actively listening, asking constructive questions, and offering thoughtful feedback. These behaviors create a sense of mutual respect and trust, which are essential for sustaining a thriving team culture. It is important to recognize that psychological safety does not mean the absence of accountability or standards. On the contrary, high-performing teams combine safety with high expectations. This balance allows individuals to strive for excellence, while knowing they will not be penalized for falling short. The key is to frame feedback and challenges in a way that supports growth rather than instills fear. Constructive feedback delivered with empathy and a focus on improvement reinforces the idea that every team member is capable of learning and contributing at a high level. An often overlooked aspect of fostering safety is the impact of nonverbal communication and implicit cues. Body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions all play a role in how messages are perceived. A dismissive gesture or sarcastic tone can inadvertently signal judgment, even if the words themselves are neutral. Conversely, maintaining eye contact, nodding in agreement, and using an encouraging tone can reinforce a sense of safety and inclusion. These small but powerful signals contribute to the overall atmosphere of the team and influence how comfortable individuals feel in expressing themselves. A team that prioritizes safety does more than just avoid conflict. It creates a space where innovation can flourish. When individuals are unafraid to share bold ideas or challenge the status quo, the team becomes more adaptable and resilient. They are able to tackle complex problems with a diverse array of perspectives, which leads to more robust and creative solutions. This dynamic is especially important in today's rapidly changing world, where adaptability and innovation are critical for success. Psychological safety also strengthens relationships within the team, as it fosters trust and mutual respect. When team members feel safe, they are more likely to form genuine connections with one another, which in turn enhances collaboration and morale. These relationships create a strong foundation that allows the team to weather challenges and celebrate successes together, further reinforcing the sense of safety and belonging.